What? That one, yeah, the other one. Anyway, so that was a bit of challenge. Looks interesting. So we're all excited. We're up and I'm knocking on the window, right? And a big cheesy smile, grin. There's a hint actually to say to you guys. If you're looking for a good big white smile, I was going to say something cheap to use is Tipp-Ex. I don't know if you know Tipp-Ex now, it's going back years, but when you made a mistake on paper, hands up if you know Tipp-Ex. Anybody out there remember Tipp-Ex? Anyway. And it leaves this sort of white, it comes really quick and you can use it just as a substitute for all these expensive things. Now it gets a little bit gloopy, so you need to kind of keep moving your mouth, and it's also rotten taste, so maybe don't try it at home. But anyways, at the window, looking at this lovely dude with my little card and my, big grin, knocking on the window. Now the three girls in the car didn't take too kindly to it. So anyway, I have to say, some of the language was choice for out here in Hove. So when I moved away kind of quickly, but if they're here, by the way, no offence meant, well, not really, but anyway. So, but that was it. And then but anyway, as I say, then I started to discover what this was about. But it's only my second time doing this. My guys have flown the nest. They've gone as far away from me as possible. Australia being the chosen location. But anyway, I decided to give it a go. I tried the knitting class, couldn't get in. So then I said, what'll I do? Just talk. So I'm giving this a chance. But I'm as nervous as fuck, right? I'm scared shitless all week. I have to say, shitless all week. So to the point I'm wearing these black plastic pants, okay? Now, I don't need to say they're black, because that doesn't make them white. But for obvious reasons. But they're not bad. They make me a little bit sweaty and uncomfortable, and I'm kind of sweaty and uncomfortable as it is. But they're kind of pulling in the stomach a little bit. So I was thinking of a slogan that might say, it's only my second time wearing them. It took me a while to clean them the first time. But anyway, so now they are, I'm going to make a slogan to say, hold in your stomach while also holding in your shit. That's it. But the only thing is I haven't resorted to the wine. I have had a beer, mind you, but I haven't resorted to the wine. And I've had 2 uppers, 2 downers, 6 Valium. What I'm hoping is, by the time I leave the stage, I just go a little blur of oblivion. But what I fear might happen is that I should be carried out in a stretcher, projectile vomiting. Now, I've been known I can actually vomit for 6 feet at one go. So just whenever I'm going out, which is this crew here, just either hold up your beer mats or you've got umbrellas. That's the only thing, just as I'm going past you, just to prepare. But that was it. And other than that, as I say, I'm here anyway to say to you too under false pretenses. I was actually going past earlier and somebody said to me, do you want to go into a gig? Now I don't remember here, they used to hold speed dating in this venue here years ago. And I would have at a exact same gig here, speed dating. I don't know if you remember, speed dating was when, single men and women went into a room and they met each other, introduced each other, talked as fast as you could, 3 or 5 minutes, trying to impress each other, much as I'm trying to do here. But, and then you got on, and if you got on well, you got a match. But there was a guy, when I was curious to come in earlier, there was a guy ahead of me who had met at one of the gigs in here. So I thought to myself, that's interesting. That's not destiny, that's faith, right? So he will remember me. One is I'm wearing the same fucking outfit that I was wearing the last time. Well, because one is, times are hard. Plus 2 black is kind of slimming and it doesn't show the sweat. So, but as I say, he'll remember me purely because, he was coming in with somebody. I don't know whether, possibly his girlfriend, probably his wife, hopefully his sister. Actually looked like his mother. But anyway, he knows I won't deter me because I stalked him for about 6 months. And now I got the restraining order, and I did adhere to it. I was a little bit put out by it, but I did adhere to it. But just to say that I can't go to a certain distance of him, so hopefully he's sitting down the back. I don't know where he went when he came in, but hopefully he's sitting down the back, because otherwise I'll be in trouble. I can't be, as I say, a certain distance of him. But the only thing is that if I am, there was fire doors. Did you mention the fire exits? I don't know if you did, but anyway, if to say that's all changed because they're all locked. The doors are locked actually because I ain't leaving here until I get what I come in here to get. So even if it means when I'm going past in the fucking stretcher that I actually make a grab for him, probably more than likely I'll probably vomit on him, which probably won't be a good introduction. But anyway, we'll wait and see. It's all up for grabs. But at that same speed dating venue, just to say, there was an owl lad at it. Now, not in any country folk here, but an owl fucking thick country headman, right? With a bit of hair went over like this, and he was saying to me, Jesus, love, you're fucking gorgeous, you're fucking gorgeous. I was gorgeous back then. But I was also actually, you know, what was I going to say, single and desperate. Now I'm just desperately single. But anyway, he says, you're fucking gorgeous, right? And he says, I won't be able to ride you, but I fucking mind you. I fucking mind you. So anyway, I was thinking at the time, Jesus, it'll never come to that, right? It'll never come to that. But anyway, here I am, 20 years later, looking for somebody to fucking mind me. And for lots of different reasons, right? One is, say for example, you know, to hold your hair back when you're puking up the red wine. It's only red wine, by the way. I don't puke on white. So if anybody's buying me a sympathy drink afterwards, it is just as I say white. It'll be Pinot Grigio or Sauvignon Blanc, I think. Yes, that'll be if preferably anyway. But so that'll be it. And they put in requests already. So so then that is that. And then I've often to have puked up the red wine. Sorry, in the sink, in the toilet, in the lift. Took me 2 days to clean that one. In the neighbour's garden. But the best one was when I was in the car, and you know, you just feel, and I managed to open the door and shoot it out so far, right? I wasn't driving, by the way, and but the car was going to fierce speed, and so when I shot out the car, delighted myself that I actually missed the car, but I often think, the couple behind, so driving on the way home, and this red wine vomit splashed all over the windscreen. How they actually managed to ever get home. But so that was that. And then somebody too to mind you. You know, often tell you in the morning your breath stinks. I don't know if that, you know, we take that for granted, but it's nice sometimes if somebody just for that. It's a simple enough thing. But you know, instead you have to lick your, you lick this is true, your pulse, and then you sniff, and it tells you whether your breath is bad or not. But it is funny when I'm on the dart in the morning doing that, it's a little bit kind of bad. So, and if ever any of you see me on the dart in the morning, when I get on the reel, maybe it'd be nicer to go up and just offer to smell my breath just instead. You know? And the other one then I suppose is, I suppose somebody would be good at the end of the night to help me out with these fucking knickers. That would be the other thing that would be helpful. Now, it probably wouldn't be a nice thing, but I don't know, it would be a very that's the other. And then I suppose the other reason that's kind of important to me is somebody to hold up your boobs when you're running for the bus. You know, to save you tripping over them, and also to save you tucking them in your fucking knickers and hoping for the best. Now, obviously, couldn't have tucked them in these knickers because I'd probably cut off my blood supply. But there was that, and then I know I was going to mention boobs, just for the guys and any of the Americans here. I know that I'm talking about the body parts, but to say that I suppose for me the reason for boobs is if you are, you know, well also of course, you know, they're obviously for breastfeeding and PC, I have to say that, and it's all very important, it's great. But for me, if I get a good bra and a good fucking hoosh on it, right, and I get a good fucking cleavage going, it's for catching popcorn in the cinema. And you know the way if you're there, seriously, many's the time, and it is, you know, if you're shoving it in, it's gathering up here, many's the time for a 20-minute midnight snack afterwards. Thank you very much, good night, thank you guys.